Hey guys! What's up? Alpha Lion Simba here, and welcome to another episode of Magnificent and Mythological. Now, I've covered cryptids many times on this segment, but now it's time for me to talk about another one of the most famous cryptids out there, and that is the Loch Ness Monster. So, grab your scuba gear and let's dive in. Now, we're all familiar with the Loch Ness Monster, aka Nessie. It's a large aquatic creature from Scottish mythology and lives in the Loch Ness, which is part of a chain of lochs, rivers, and canals in the Great Glen, a geological fault that runs right across the Scottish Highlands from the North Sea to the Atlantic Ocean. River Ness links the loch to the North Sea. Witnesses tend to believe that the Loch Ness Monster was an animal with sleek, rubbery, blackish gray skin, about 20 feet long. Nessie usually has the serpentine body that is typical of sea serpents and lake monsters, furnished with humps along its length, and one or more sets of paddles. In fact, some say it's even a living type of plesiosaur. And scientists who believe the Loch Ness Monster exists have given it a Latin name, Nessitera rhomboteryx. Before the wave of sightings that started today's fad, there were older legends of water dragons and kelpies in Loch Ness. However, these older legends were much more variable in how they described the appearance of the Nessie, so most researchers do not rely on them much, simply noting that they exist as a reason to suppose that the Loch Ness Monster is much more than a recent fad. On August 22nd, 564 AD, the St. Columba famously encountered a water demon in the River Ness in Scotland. Cryptozoologists and various authors claim this 6th century account was the first sighting of the Loch Ness Monster. Some of the more modern sightings of the Loch Ness Monster have all occurred in the 1930s, and a handful of claimed sightings have been on land, including one of the first on July 22nd, 1933, where Mr. and Mrs. Spicer reported that a monster crossed the road in front of their car as they drove along the loch. Some people believe that Nessie is the extinct whale species Basilosaurus. They say it lived in the sea until after the last ice age, then adapted to the fresh water of Loch Ness. Another possible explanation for Nessie could be very long specimens of sturgeon, which sometimes swim up the River Ness from sea and enter Loch Ness in search of food or mates, because sturgeon can be several feet long with lines of prominent humps on their backs. This might explain the sightings of Nessie, especially when they are seen chasing salmon near the surface a long way from the shore. However, many modern scientists believe that the Loch Ness Monster is in fact a giant eel. Well, that was it. My magnificent and mythological episode on the Loch Ness Monster. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave requests in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Alpha Lion Simba, out.